Hey guys, so I've got another recipe for y'all today. So, people are always asking me, Marvin, where do you get your protein? The answer is simple, lentils. Did you know that pound for pound red lentils have more protein than a porterhouse steak? It's true, look it up. Now the last time I did a recipe video, some people said it was racist that I used a Spanish accent for the whole video. So, I'm gonna keep it politically correct for this one. Well, maybe not the whole time. Fuck it, let's get some ethnic music going. Alright, yeah, I can get down with that. How about an elephant? Sweet. How about some chanting? Nice. Yo, what's up with that auto-tune though? Vegan red lentil curry. So, before I start this video, I've got to give credit where credit's due. I basically adapted this recipe from a recipe by Colleen Patrick-Goudreau in her book, The Vegan Table. Alright guys, so first things first. We've got these orange/pink/red lentils here. They're full of protein and they're fucking delicious. So let's go ahead and run those under some cold water, and you'll see there's lots of foam and nasty stuff that comes out, so just run that until the water is perfectly clear. So once those lentils are nice and clean, you're going to go ahead and add those to your pot. And I've got a can of red organic tomato sauce here from Costco, and we're just going to add a whole can in. And then we're going to add about 4 cups of water. After you do that, I would suggest stirring up the pot a little bit. Those lentils really love to get stuck together. So now we're going to go ahead and spice this up. So you've got this ground cumin by McCormick, who reminds you to live deliciously. And we're going to put 1 teaspoon of that in. Now I've got this bottle of coriander here with a hair stuck to it. You're going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon or 3 teaspoons to your water. So I've got some garlic powder here, and I'm a big fan of garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 metric fuck ton, and yep, that's half a metric fuck ton right there, and there's the whole fuck ton. Just a couple dashes of paprika. You can also use chili powder. And we're going to go ahead and put that pot on the stove on high heat. So after a few minutes, you're going to see it start boiling, and this is pretty much what you want it to look like. At this point, we're just going to bring it down to a simmer. And you can see what I've got going so far. I've added some peas in there, and it's boiling away. So you're going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and after that, you've got some sweet red lentil curry. Pour that over some basmati rice, and you're good to go. Oh, and naan bread is traditional, but I've just used a crusty bread here.
People who come to me and ask me about protein, they always say, I tried being vegetarian, but I really needed protein. And I said, oh, well, how did that play out? What did that look like? Well, I don't know. I just really needed some protein. I said, well, how did it feel? Like, what did it feel like? I don't know. I was tired. And I said, okay, well, tired is not protein deficiency. What happened? Well, I was anemic. My doctor said, that's iron. What is the protein deficiency? They can't tell you. Most people don't know what it looks like, right? I mean, can you raise your hand, please, if you've heard of heart disease? Anybody hear of heart disease? Anybody hear of diabetes or high blood pressure, high cholesterol? Raise your hand, please, if you know anyone with kwashiorkor. Do you know any kwashiorkor specialists? Any wards in the hospitals, kwashiorkor wards? You know, you've seen cardiology wards and cardiologists and cancer wards and diabetes specialists. We don't have kwashiorkor in developed nations because we don't have diseases of deficiency. Kwashiorkor is the scientific term for protein deficiency. We don't know anybody with protein deficiency. We've seen people, if we've seen late night appeals of children who have distended bellies and discolored skin, yellowing skin, you know, in hunger organizations who are appealing to feed these children, they have kwashiorkor. They are not getting protein because they're not eating food. And the only time we really see true protein deficiency in developed nations is when they're not eating. So if someone's anorexic or if they're quite literally so sick that they're not eating. We don't have diseases of deficiency. We have diseases of excess. All of our problems have to do with what we're getting way too much of. And that's, again, the animal protein, the saturated fat, the dietary cholesterol, the lactose, etc.